Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're looking again at the Real Witch's Year by Kate West. We're now obviously on January 5th or 5th of January, which goes into the uses of pendulum. So first of all, what is a pendulum? So a pendulum is basically a string of some description. This can either be silver, metal, or just simply a piece of string, piece of ribbon, anything you like, with a weight on the end. Let me just come back a little bit. Okay, so there's many versions you can get. So the word pendulum actually comes from the Latin word, which is pendulus, meaning hanging down. So that's obviously what it's entailing here. So this particular one here that I've got is a carnelian. You can see that a bit better like that. So carnelian pendulum. But I've also got these ones which I think are quite cool as well, which I wanted to show you because these are nice if you want to change what you're putting in there. So they're pretty much the same, but this one's obviously slightly bigger. All it is basically the same sort of design. So you've got your string with a little holder at the top, and then in here, if I can open it, is a little cage, so you can put in there whichever crystal you like. Now this is particularly effective if you want to channel different energies. So if, for example, you are using your pendulum to for spiritual uses, so you want to ask questions about your spirituality, it may be a good idea to use a more spiritual stone. The one that I've got in here at the moment is just this blue gold stone here. I don't know if you probably can't see that, but it's picking it up, kind of. The reason why this one's in here is because I love this stone. This is one of my favourite stones anyway, but also because it just fits perfectly in there. So these are an awesome idea if you want to, like I say, if you want to work with different crystal energies too. I actually find these particularly effective for crystal healing. I use these when I'm dowsing over the chakra points to get a feel for what chakra, what state that chakra may be in. So that's a good thing to use that for. So it just gives you the option to use a different crystal energy. This one is my favourite one at the moment because it was a Christmas gift from my parents and I absolutely love it. I love carnelian, it's one of my favourite stones, and that's beautiful. So how does a pendulum work? Basically what you're tapping into when you're working with pendulum energy is either your guides, spirit, or your higher self. So when you work on a crystal healing level, you're generally tapping into the higher self. So you're asking your higher self these questions. You're asking your higher self to work with your subconscious to give you the right answer to your question. Now you can use this as a communication with spirit if you want to. You can ask spirit to speak with your guides, ask them to bring that in for you and get your answer. So that's also another really good way to use these. So sorry, I keep glancing down, I just made a few notes, so I'm keeping on topic here. So in the book, coming back to the Real Witch's Year, it discusses about how you should program, if you like, or Kate West actually refers to as set it. I would say program, but set it's absolutely fine. And it's basically, it's just a little exercise to help you to get your answers straight. So what means yes and what means no on the swing. So the best thing to do is to just start like this. I'm just going to move my camera so you can see a little bit better. So if I just move it here, and hopefully you'll be able to see that better then. So what I would do is just hang my crystal. I'm going to make it shorter for your benefit so you can see. So I just hang my crystal like so, in my strong hand, so my right hand. If you're left-handed, you would use your left, and then I'm going to have my other hand underneath it. Now you don't have to have your hand under there if you don't want to, it's whatever feels comfortable. So you're just going to say now, you can either say it out loud in your mind, as strong as you can, yes. Okay, So you can see the back and forth is a yes answer. So you're just going to stop that now and clear your mind. Take a couple of deep breaths. Now in your mind, again, you're going to say no. I hope you guys can see that properly. It's spinning in a circle. So from that point forward, thank you, from that point forward we would be able to easily see that back and forth means yes and in a circle would mean no. So again, you can, from this point, once you've got your clear answer, once you can see what your yes is and what your no is, you can now use it to ask your questions. So that could be anything simple, or as long as it's got a yes and no answer, then the pendulum will work. The one thing to bear in mind is that after a while, if you continue to ask the same question, or if you work with it for too long a period, your conscious mind can start to affect the swing. So it's best to, I would say, if you're using it for a question basis, as in you want to know something for yourself, I would say the best thing to do is sit down before you do your pendulum, use your pendulum, and have a set amount of questions or specific questions that you want to know the answer to. And then once you know what they are, then start using your pendulum, because I really do think that I know that I have sat there for way too long with a pendulum before and it's then not worked, or it's given me the answers that I wanted, and that's not accurate, that's not good for anyone, that's not going to work. So the best thing to do is have clear intentions, be open-minded, don't lead your mind. Try and be as clear in the mind as possible, you know. Get yourself in the right zone to do the reading, you know. Have some candles on, dim the lights, put some music on. Just take a few minutes to just really center yourself, you know, ground yourself. Put yourself in your protection, ask your guides to come in, however you want to do it, and just completely allow the questions to come to you. Allow the answers to come to you, don't force it. So ask your question, don't think of the answer, and then see what happens. And it might even be a good idea to have your notepad ready with you so that you can jot down what you get. And it may be that whilst this is happening, especially if you're working with spirit, that you get things come in anyway. You might get messages come in, names, colours, you know, all the normal sorts of things that you might see when you're working on that level. So so I hope that's been of help. I mean, these videos really are just a little guide to help. I mean, I'm quite happy to sit here and do, you know, half an hour videos if that's what you guys want, because I could talk forever about this. This is a passion of mine. I love my spirituality, I love all things spiritual, and I love connecting with other people who are enjoying the same thing. So if you want, really guys, if you do want to see anything specific, it doesn't even have to be about this book. The book's just a guide for us to go on. It's, you know, it's helpful. It's something to make us dedicated. It's not the only thing that we should work by. Yes, the pages are very small and there is only a small amount in here, but this is there to spark your imagination, there to spark your intuition and get you to do it yourself. You know, the book's not saying only use your pendulum on the 5th of January. It's saying let's start using it. Use these tools that people have been using for a long time and see how you work with them. You may find that pendulum isn't really for you. I have to say, this is my preferred method when I like to use the pendulum when I'm doing healing. And if I have the odd question, then I may get the pendulum out and see what it says. But generally I prefer like referring to tarot or something like that if I've got a more in-depth question, because the pendulum only will give you yes or no answers. I mean, you can always ask if your understanding is correct, yes or no, things like that, and you will get answers to that. But I think that the pendulum is an art, and there are those who are fantastic and absolutely love it and can really read with it, but I personally just prefer tarot or something like that. But yeah, so sorry to babble on, but thanks for watching guys, and apologies I look so friggin' tired. I had 4.5 hours sleep last night, so I am running on empty at the moment. But yeah, as I say, any questions, any requests, anything that you want, let me know. Like I said in my first video, I'm by no means the most knowledgeable person in the world on witchcraft, Wicca, paganism. However, I have been on this path for a really long time, and I'm constantly learning and wanting to learn new things. So by you guys asking me things will then spark me having to learn them as well. And then hopefully I can share with you guys, and we can just keep the love rolling. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.